Hey guys, my name is Zeniac and welcome back to another episode of FoolTopia here in Cities Skylines. Last episode guys, we added in that brand new beach area right near the university, our new trade school. Looks freaking amazing, peeps are enjoying it, and it got enough commercial down as well, which satisfied all the industry that were complaining about not enough goods to sell. Now, in today's episode, whoa, it's kind of weird. Why are you highlighting my... Nobody's meant to know about these little secret areas, guys. Stop showing people the secret areas, game. There we go. Today, we're going to incorporate the fishing... I'm about to say the fishing DLC. There's the Sunset Harbor DLC and the fishing industry. It's the only industry that we don't have within FoolTopia. I actually, guys, had a perfect location, and a lot of you kind of agreed for that little bay area, which is really, really cool. So we're going to kind of start build the beginning of that area. Now, if you guys have been enjoying FoolTopia, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you are new around here, make sure you subscribe so you're notified when that next video comes out. But this is what we built last episode, guys. This beautiful beach with all this tourist trap industry. Looks pretty damn good if you ask me. Pretty damn good. And this is the area that we're going to kind of work with in terms of our kind of fishing industry. Now we're going to build the basic, the start of it, and we'll kind of progress as time goes on as we kind of build up this area. But what I want to kind of start with is kind of getting the kind of dock. We'll use this little section here as our dock to begin with. Get a couple of harbours down and set some fishing trails up and stuff like that. Get a few fish factories and fish markets and get some storage as well from the warehouses. So that's what we want to try and get set up today. So I think what we do, we'll go straight to pause and we'll sort out this little area here because this will be perfect for our little dock. So let's increase the brush size and let's pick a level that we're going to be working with then. So let's say I picked the same level as over here. Now where does that fall when I kind of do this? Okay, so it kind of falls there. So we're just going to kind of create a nice flat rectangle that we get to work with. So that'll kind of give us, you know, all the space we kind of need to play around with. Now, we are going to have to kind of shape it off quite nicely to kind of get as much of a solid rectangle as possible. So it does mean just kind of playing around with all of this. We have to key wall it off. So we create a nice little bay here for some fishing. We can set, I think there's some shellfish in this area here. I know there's tuna running through this little river. So we got some pretty cool fish that we can catch. I'm not sure we can catch all of them. Let me just double check if all of them are available. So we got a little bit of shellfish there, but I'll use this as the shellfish one. We got the anchovies. Oh, we got a little bit of salmon there and tuna. So it's kind of all within, you know, excuse the pun, catching distance. So that's pretty cool then. So let's sort this little key wall out then, guys. This is so exciting. And we'll start there, go up, go across. We'll go across by 30. Okay, 29 then. Doesn't want to go across by 30. Boom, there. Okay. And then we select all of this, and I'm going to get the same height as that there, because I know that is perfect with how the water is kind of leveled off. So with that said then, we are going to slightly now just fine-tune the edges so the water will flow up nice. I'm not sure what I'm going to do around these areas. I might kind of like trail it off or something. But we got to do something, can't we? We got to do something, boys. So let's get this set up there. So I'm thinking I'm going to key wall it off down to there and we'll create a little U-ey. So let's anarchy that. Okay, maybe it doesn't want to work. How dare you not work? This is perfect. Right, that works weirdly. Okay, maybe we have to kind of... Right, we do that instead then. That fits in a little bit better. And we'll just kind of bring this up to there. So again, back... Actually, we'll do this side first. So we'll kind of cut it across there. Cut it across there. And will it be able to get like a nice little bend here? Yes. Right, that's what we'll go for this kind of area. We're just going to now fine-tune it. Little land reclamation and all that kind of jet. Actually, let me get the same heights. Alright, let me select that. Level it. Boom. Nice. It hasn't brought the trees in the sky, has it? I don't know. Right, okay, so let's just now, again, like I said, fine-tune this off. Get it fine-tuned. Forget it. I'm trying to do fish puns. They're not working. Well, that seems to be okay. So I think we'll go into play mode now. And just kind of see how that now settles. Hopefully it goes all the way up to the 8. Well, it should do, because that is over here. The height of that works perfect. So you would think this should work perfect too. Just kind of give it time to slightly settle. So now we need to think about some fishing stuffs then. Let me just get this corners over there sorted. There we go. Sort the edges just here out so that we're all on the same level playing field. And we'll kind of push this back a bit, and we'll kind of create our little kind of overview area. But I've just pushed this back for now because I don't exactly know how the road is going to work. This is all elevated, so we're going to have to do some kind of junction over here, which I'll probably replicate one of these little roundabouts, sorry, that kind of connect up. We can do one there, which obviously will serve the general area. And we're going to bend this road down. That obviously road go down here, and it'll connect. It'll all work out. So let's go to the industry then, while it's in play mode then. Fishing industry. And because we have like ignude, I don't know. Ignore the salmon there, because that's not natural. That's because the water's just kind of currently flowing. I won't get generic fish in harbours down. Are they called harbours? I always forget. Yeah, we'll get the actual Pacific ones. So rather than just fishing, we'll get, like, for example, the anchovy one down. So if I squeeze the anchovy one, so if we start the anchovy one just there, we've got salmon, which is over there in the distance. So we'll get one of these bad boys down. We'll get a couple of shellfish ones, which we'll get quite close together. There we go, because we can utilize all of this. And then we'll get some tuna ones down as well. I'll go for 2 tuna. There we go. Now, what can we add over here? Can we do... Yeah, the seaweed farm. So I'm going to get a seaweed farm, like, on this side, like, a little bit closer, because it doesn't stick out as much. It doesn't stick out as much as, like, the algae farm, which I'll place one there. And then we also have the general fish farm, which if I get quite close like that, or should I get it over here? I'm trying to get, there we go, these kind of separating, not touching as much. So that's all in them. We'll use our touches mod to get rid of all the roads, so we can place down our own roads. Which means we can create a better system in general. Alright, that one didn't untouch. Let's try that one again. There we go. Nice. So, nice couple of little areas there, which is pretty cool. Let's just get our little road in. So we're going to go for the industrial road. And we're going to try now place this in. So, if I start here, bring it... start there. Alright, let me just change how the road's going to connect. So if I just bring that to there. And then just bring that to there. This is going to be fun, isn't it? Come on, boy. Right, we'll just take it to there. We'll take that to there and we'll use what is known as the move it. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, we'll use what's known as the move it tool to kind of connect these guys up and get them in the same like kind of angle. But then bring this pretty much straight down. Bring that straight down there. So we've got the kind of outer loop on the go. Now let's try and make this a little bit more of a 90-degree turn. Same over here. Glorious. And then I think every so often we'll do a nice little cut through if it can decide it wants to connect to that road. There we go. So we'll do one there. We'll do one here. And we'll do one just there. Sweet. 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 So in between there then we can have a couple of fish factories down and stuff. We'll do a couple of fish markets on the outskirts here and some warehouses. That's going to work really, really well. It really is. So we've got to think about doing this as well. But let me kind of now get the fish factories down. Where are they? They're at the very end. They're quite expensive as well, aren't they? So if I do one there and then back one up there. We do one there and then one there. And we can just about squeeze in one there and one there. So let's use the move it tool then to kind of just generally position. We've got to do water and power as well. But just to generally position them. There we go. And these are all fine. Ain't got to worry about those. So some nice fish factories there to process it into canned goods, into that delicious canned tuna that we all love. Nom. Right, let's sort the water out real quick. So what was this there? We've got to connect it up anyway, but now let's sort the roads out. So I think we should think about doing the junction here first. And if I can remember correctly how I did it, it was I kind of did like a crisscross road underneath and then used the roundabout mod, didn't I? Yeah. So if I pick a spot, let's say here, that I would just kind of quickly pull underneath. And if I can get that just there as good as that may be. So the roundabout mod then. And I think I can't exactly remember the size. Let me try 80. No, it could be 100. And it was a highway road as well. So does that feel about right? If I kind of glance at that real quick. Yeah, okay, that feels, yeah, that definitely feels about right. Right, get rid of those then real quick. And we're using the big 6-lane roads, the 3x3s. And that's not, that's a highway. Okay, so we'll come off in that direction a little bit. We'll create the little on and off ramps in just a moment. But let's just use this though. And let's use this to kind of come down here. It's kind of bypass the fishing industry and connect up to this road over here. As if it was a nice little through road. So let's do it like this then. Let's kind of bring it to there. Let's run. Let's delete back by 1. There. And if I made this go all the way down, or I can make it go like this. Like that. But obviously, we then delete that to create the nice bends. Let's also upgrade this bit here so it's part of that. Yes. We did the same here. And then just the same here. There we go. So it kind of just bends round in a way. And then we can use that to kind of then... I know it looks a little bit awkward, but it kind of sets us up quite nicely because we have to kind of bend with the road. It sets us up quite nicely for having this as more of a little cliff edge as we can set up a little industry around. Creates a nice little neighbourhood we can throw in here. Sorts this little area out and divides it all beautifully. So like I said, we'll sort out the on and off ramps in just a moment. But let me just sort more of this little land over here out. So... just kind of push it out. Oh dear God, let me undo that. So push it out a little bit more just here as you create that kind of overview. that kind of just generally looks over. We'll use a little bit of a soften on it, so it's not as harsh, but you definitely know it exists. It's there. Let's just up the brush size here, and just kind of bring this back. There we go. So you kind of know you've been overlooked in a way, or we could actually make it look a little bit harsher. So if I took that and just kind of, we'll sort out the road to get the kind of the same height. I think we should go for that harsher kind of overview look. Right, so what's going on with this road? What are you doing, boy? Well, let me just not select trees this time around. And there we go. And it kind of dips down here, doesn't it? So if I select it to kind of go, wha-bam, wha-bam, there we go. A little bit more smoother. Nice. Okay, so then what we want to do is with the industry roads. Now we can pick a couple of points. I could maybe start here and just simply come out by 10, right? And if I ran a road parallel to there, that's a 9. Okay, we're doing 9 by 8, which is fine. There we go. And do a little bend here. That could be connection numero 1. And then we could have a road that pretty much just kind of goes in this way. It'd be nice if I can get it kind of semi-parallel. So if I just go like this real quick, then I know I've got a straight line. And it's going to run parallel with the highway. So if I pick there and just kind of go that way, as if it's going to run down in that direction. There we go. So now I know it runs parallel with the highway. We then want to connect it up. There we go, a little cheeky little bend in there. And then what we can do then is back to our industrial road. We'll have this one kind of go up and bend that way, and we'll use these ridges because I do like the idea of having the ridge. And then we'll come down. Okay, we'll come down by 10 as well. And if I pick another point where we're running parallel, so an 8. Alright, bring it down a bit more. There we go, that can run down here. And then I've got options. I could run then. I mean, what would a connection like this look like? That just comes off there. Like that. It's kind of bend round and down. And then we got like a little bit of area now to play around with fish markets and stuff like that. Which would be pretty cool. So if I brought this up by 30. And then I think it would be quite cool to then bend that in there. And then it gives us then some wiggle room there to create a grid. I actually don't. I need to check out what the size of a fish market is, don't I? Because I could be placing all this down. It's not going to fit. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. So we'll delete this one. We'll delete that one. And then we'll get a couple of fish markets down now then. So we'll squeeze in one there. And I'll do one here. We can merge the buildings inside of one another. As if they're all part of one unique building, which look quite cool. And then I want to get a couple of generic warehouses down, which are going to store... they're going to store our commercial goods that get produced. Now, how big we going for a warehouse? That's a nice size one we can squeeze in just there. I mean, I could go for this huge one. But how does that look in terms of this? I mean, I could do a little bit of landscaping to kind of finalize that off a little bit better. Then we can squeeze in a couple of smaller ones. So we'll just do 3. I think 3's enough. I'm just going to make sure that they're all on commercial zones. Goods. There we go. Commercial zone goods. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So let's sort this out then. Make that brush size a lot smaller. I can get rid of the roundabout mod now. You can go away, boy. No longer need you. And... Right. Oh, that's better. If I do a smaller one like that, I can make it more defined, can't I? That this area is being overlooked. Yeah, I think that's the way we have to go. I'm kind of dip in every so often to make it look a little bit better. What seems to be going on over here, boy? There we go. Right, nice. It's quite a little cool little section, isn't it? So, with that set up then, I think as time goes on, I think we'll smoothen it a little bit more around these edges as it leads up. Kind of like at the beginning, smoothens a bit more. There we go. So we definitely got the edge here, and we're adding like a couple of rocks or stuff like that. Not too crazy. We're adding like trees and stuff as time goes on, and it looks a little bit better. We'll concrete some of the areas too, which will look good. I think we'll do that now. We'll concrete a little bit of it. So mainly the industrial, like the heavy industrial sections, we'll drop a little concrete down. I'll do it all down here as well. So it kind of goes within the theme. Yes, boy. Yes. Might as well do the whole... Do you know what? We'll do the whole dock as well. So I think it looks quite nice. Yeah, I think that's as far as we'll go with that. So leave it as that with the concrete then. And we'll drop a couple of trees down to kind of bulk up the area. So we'll do it on the tree line up here. There we go. Scrap a couple down here and push back up. Want a couple of the darker colour ones just at the bottom. But then obviously to make it a little bit more bulky, but the really tall trees up on the ledge that kind of surround it, which I think looks pretty cool. So we've got that connected, and the only really connection that we kind of have for this area in terms of road is just from this side. So we've got to add that connection in, which is good because it will serve this general area. But let me get them all finalised up then. So with the water and the fishing routes as well, we need to connect all those up. Well, let me get all these connected here. Let me just follow this road down. There we go. That will give them the water. I just need to kind of go over this way a little bit for them. So if I press play then, they should all then get water. They're going to need power as well. So what's the best option for power? It's quite a long way away at the minute, isn't it? So I don't know whether to kind of like, just for now, place in a couple of these solar panel car parks in some of the dead spaces that I have, and hope that these are enough to power all of this. Which I don't see why not. They can be used for the workers as well. They've got a place then to park their vehicle when they arrive. So is that enough for this area? I don't know. We'll find out. But let's start at the fishing routes then. So here we have the anchovy. We then have a salmon, 2 shellfish, and 2 tuna. So okay, remember that, guys. I'm probably going to get it wrong. So we have the anchovy here, which is going to be pretty much just in this little area. So I'll create a nice little fishing route. It's probably a little bit bigger than I need it to be, but there we go. And the reason I've chose to go for a specific type of fish for the harbours, because if you do the general fishing, they're not worth as much money. So then we have over here the shellfish one, which only starts collecting shellfish when it reaches the purple section here. And straight down. And then we have the salmon ones, which we have a couple of salmon patches there, and mainly over here. But I think I'll do the tuna first. We'll do the tuna first. We'll actually pass the tuna going up here. There we go. And then kind of bring it down. So the tuna's only really going to get, again, like I said before on this, like on the shellfish one. It only gets tuna when it's in the blue section, which I'm hoping this is long enough for them. I'm trying to also divide it away from the shipping boats. There we go. Gotta do the same again. So bring it down to there. And then we'll flip them around here. Bring it back up. And then go straight in. And then we got the salmon ones. Now the salmon ones are going to be quite difficult. If I'm going to cut straight across here and get the boats nearby, we're going to have to do like quite a few little loops. To maximize the salmon. There we go. Nice. And should I make the other one go somewhere else? I know it's a bit of a distance, but that's what fishing boats do, isn't it? I can literally make it go up here. Bend round, come back down. That's a lot of salmon you could potentially catch there. Bring it down to here. And back to there. Quite complex, quite a little bit over the top in some areas. But there we go. Fishing boats are now out, which is great. Good stuff. They're already complaining about there's not enough fish, but the fish will come in, boys. The fish will come in. And as time goes on, we'll expand this as well, going around this little area. We've still got like this little sticky out bit there, got all this, got that strong section here. We can drop down stuff as well. Okay, they're already using these to store commercial goods in general, not just from the fishing industry. That's cool then. So we need to get them hooked up to here then. So let's sort this road out then, and we're pretty much done. So what did I use? I've used the single lane roads, didn't I? Yes. So let's try and get this sorted on here as well. Okay, right. So what we'll do, we'll elevate it to 10. We'll start there. Now push this down there. Oh, wait, what's going on here? There we go. I feel like I'm going to sneeze as well. I feel the sneezes are coming, boys. Right, go that way as well for that one. And let me just quickly select these and bring them to the same height as that. There, that's better. That's quite high as well. That's quite high. So we'll bring that in to there. We'll bring that out to there. And then we'll bring this. How do I do it on these ones? Okay, we just came like down to earth, didn't we? So we come down to earth first. You don't realise how high all of this is, do you? There we go. Yeah, okay, that's how we did it, because then we can fine-tune how the connection works. Right, like that. Like that. So, if I just do a little bit of a wiggle room now with our move it tool. Alright, I should have this pause really, shouldn't I? Alright, there we go. And then, if I can select, and we'll do it each stage on its own. Those guys there, and angle them from there to there. It's quite steep, but this highway is really high. So we kind of need to do it like that. There we go. So from there to there to get the angle. And then we replicate it on this side. So, okay, so I knew it's about 28 in the air, wasn't it? Which is, again, like I said, really high. So if I go... Should we come further back on this one? There we go. So do that there. And then this one we'll bring down to earth. Down to... Oh, that looked really weird then, didn't it, on that one side? I think just because of how it angles down, it looked like it was like going a different direction or something. Okay, oh, wrong one. Bend that in. Bend that in. And then just get these guys connected. Like that. And again, then we just angle them right. So boom, boom. There we go. And then boom. And boom. Nice. Okay, that's now all done then. So we have a solid little interchange section there. What do you want to call it? Run off, on ramps, and I don't know, turn off, turn on, all the words. So they don't have to then use this as much. As cool as it is that you get to see them using it, they can now just come straight up to there, join here, and go whatever direction they want. Still got to sort all this out. I know it's a big mess, but we are slowly getting there. But this is pretty cool, man. Give time for the fish to come. Low route efficiency. That's for the salmon fishing. Oh, wait. That's salmon? What's this? Shellfish. Oh, don't tell me I've done it the wrong way round. Has your boy only gone and done it the wrong way round? There's me going, guys, remember this? And myself, I forget. I can already feel the comments right now, guys. I can already feel the comments. Right, that's salmon. Right? These two are shellfish. Okay, it makes sense to why I kind of built... Why I was kind of thinking in my head when I was doing this, why have I got two salmon? The salmon's really far away. So this is shellfish here. Right, hold on. Alright, there we go. There's that one. There we go. And then let's try and now get a little bit of salmon over here. No wonder. So the other one wasn't complaining as much because it does pass through the shellfish one. Quite funnily. And where can I go with this? All the way now back? Boom. There we go. That will sort this boy out. About being a low efficiency route. Oh, so foolish. So foolish. Right, now these guys complain not enough goods to sell, but we're going to need an export set up quite close, which is why I've left this bit open. Because I could possibly put a little, you know, cargo train area in here. And get it hooked up to the many, many different train lines that we do have set up to kind of get the goods out. So that'd be fun. Because at the moment, the quickest way for these guys to export is either driving up here to there or getting over to here by vehicle. And the quickest way to do that would probably be going this way, there, up, and in. Or is it quicker to join the highway to go up, down, or down here straight? I don't know, it might be quicker to jump on the highway. It depends what they think about it. But yeah, they are now using this, which is pretty cool as well. So we are now getting somewhere, guys. We got a small little fishing industry now set up in FoolTopia. So we're going to end it here then today, guys, then. So, because this is now going to provide a lot of jobs for us as well. Unemployment's at 6%, so I feel like we need a nice bit of, like a nice residential boost about now. I feel like it's warranted, and we got this whole little section here to work with continuing the growth of like over there, but on this side. But it starts all skyscrapery, and as it goes out, it kind of then starts to dwindle down to lower density residential. But I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.